can do so many things with your body, with your language. Just start feeling something completely different. You know, aren't we living in this kind of culture? We're trying to meditate about everything. You know, we try to find every fix for our body through the scientific, symbolic machinery of inventing new structures. Whether it's going to be a chemical structure that we're going to give to our kids, there is this body that we have, and then there is a language. And language has a structure to itself, it has a logic to itself. So when we say that we subconsciously are thinking with our body, the truth is we're already thinking with a body that is structured with the language. So, why is it already structured by the language? Was it always structured by the language? No, it was a body of a baby that was born who had no idea how to say mama, papa, right? So then these parents come into play, or whoever, that somebody who's carrying this parasite of language, this alien of language, comes into our life and does something with our body, structures it, writes on it like it's a tabula rasa. And from then on, our body becomes body of that big other symbolic somebody who is telling us who we are, making us feel, first time in our life, as somebody. This is my body, me, I. The symbolic relation to our body never existed in us before, and now it does. And now the only way we can relate to our body is through the symbolic, through the language. Yeah, language, symbolic, is this empty signifier of a structure, of a word. As we imagine ourselves, it is all within certain boundaries, within certain structure that we have created to think of ourselves. And so to imagine that we're going into unconscious to evade that structure of language is impossible. Actually, that's how we can be manipulated through our unconscious. Our bodies can be manipulated through our unconscious because it is structured with language. Because somebody can create structures to interfere with our unconscious. So in a way, think about your body really being controlled by an external force. There is always going to be this real piece of body, this really uncomfortable piece of our body that is, for us, imagine outside of us. Somewhere we're looking for this piece of real that is lost. We feel this lack that is created by the symbolic alienation with our body through the language. And we look for that something. And when I say body, don't think about the body. Body for us is everything. Voice, gaze, taste. It's all bodily experience. It's all senses. It's all what we inscribe so much of desire into. When you think of yourself as somebody, about your real part of yourself as something that you really don't get to experience. I mean, you get to do these amazing things with your body, with language, but there is something traumatic, something unpleasant, something uncanny in your body that just really is not part of your everyday experience. And I want you to realize that it's always going to be there because of our language, because our language is so imperfect to really structure the whole of our body and to really be able to give us whole control over the body. Because without language, there is something always left there, which is the kernel, the real, the undiscernible part of our body that always comes back. And this return, this is sometimes a symptom. Discomfort, anxiety, some sorts that we try to gloss over, cover over, imagine ourselves in a better place, just do something, have a glass of wine. But there is, if we follow this symptom into where it's maybe leading us, we will find the void. We will find the void in that symbolic that was structuring our body. And we will find that something beyond the symbolic, beyond the unconscious, beyond our pleasure principle that can tell us something of our symbolic, of our thinking, of our personality, something symptomatic will tell us the truth.